Thank you very much, Manfred. Yeah, today I would like to talk about the perspectives of chemical and mechanical recycling. It works. Yeah, the big advantage of plastics, of course, is their huge diversity and at the same time the functionalities of plastics. And that's the reason why we have nearly endless application ranges for plastics. And this big advantage of plastics is at the same time turning into at least a challenge when it comes to recycling. If you see at least at the examples on the left-hand side from packaging, construction and automotive sector, the wide variety of polymer types, it's quite clear that there can't be one single or one fits all solution for recycling, for high quality recycling of any type of polymers. We have the established mechanical recycling solutions that are well suited for thermoplastics, but not for thermosets and elastomers. Those technologies cannot recover additives like pigments, like fillers, etc. from polymers. So whenever you like to recover from post-consumer plastic waste virgin quality material, this is not possible with mechanical recycling. Furthermore, multi-layer materials is limited for those technologies, and all those types of feedstocks are the ones where chemical recycling can support, can complement mechanical recycling in order to finally increase the degree of plastic circularity in Europe. Just very short, what's the difference between material and chemical recycling? Simply spoken, the difference is that material recycling recovers entire polymers, whereas on the right-hand side of the graph, chemical recycling breaks down the former polymers into chemical building blocks. Solvent-based recycling on the left-hand side, in opposite to mechanical recycling, is able to really recover virgin quality polymers by really extracting contaminants and additives from the polymers, whereas the chemical recycling solutions try doing the same by breaking down the polymers into the chemical building blocks. And now I don't know how to skip to the next slides. Here it is. For time reasons, I cannot go, unfortunately, into details, but what I would like to do is to let you know that we at Fraunhofer CCPE have all the infrastructure, all the competencies around all those chemical recycling solutions. Solvent-based recycling at Fraunhofer IVV, pyrolysis at our Fraunhofer UMSICHT, Fraunhofer ICT with solvolysis, Fraunhofer IKTS with gasification. We have all the know-how, we have infrastructure, we have pilot and demo units. So whenever you like to get into deeper discussions, just let us know. And now I would like to have the next click. We are at Hall 7. Just visit us if you are interested to know more about. What I now would like to do is to take a look into the market. What is going on out there? What is the current situation of plant installations? Thank you very much. For that purpose, we prepared a map and we mapped all the installed chemical recycling capacities that are already out there in Europe. You can see by the color and size of the single dots, the single plant locations. On the left-hand side, you see the technology providers behind. And if we sum up, we see roughly 260,000 tons of pyrolyzer capacity, followed by solvolysis and solvent-based recycling, no gasification up to now. Maybe just to mention one of those providers, company Blue Alp and its CEO, Valentin Deneuve, is today here and will participate in the panel discussion, and he for sure will talk a little bit more in detail about the technology. Summed up, roughly 300,000 tons of capacity for chemical recycling in Europe. That is not too much currently. However, there are lots of plant announcements out there, and we also mapped what is out there in announcements, and that's shown in addition to the former map. And what we see here is really exciting. You can see by the increased size of the circles that plant capacities are planned to increase in future, some of them with several 100,000 tons of capacity. We see first gasifier plants with 860,000 tons of capacity. The gray colored circles show the cracker sites and their capacities. However, what we also see is cancellations of former plant announcements, and those are the shattered circles, orange colored. Just some examples to be mentioned. We have the cancellation of the collaboration of Mura with Dow due to the planned shutdown of the Berlin cracker site. We have cancellations of engagement of ExxonMobil. We have the big EPI plant in Ostende, which has been shut down for the reason that was officially announced, that primary raw materials in Europe are too cheap to really create a competitive business. So that is showing us that there is a big dynamic in the market. On the left again, you can see all the technology providers that are engaged here in Europe. Just by the way, this map is available online. If you take a photo of this QR code, it guides you to the map. The map is interactive, offering lots of further information about the single sites, the operators, the technology providers, the capacity, the feedstock treated there. And whenever you see or feel there's something missing or needs for adaptation, we will keep that map up to date. Just let us know. Now the crucial question, if we see here the really huge capacities that are planned, that are announced, of summed up more than 3 million tons, that would be really great to see them materialized on the ground. But the question, of course, is what will happen to them? And this is extremely depending on boundary conditions. And that's the last point I'd like to talk about with you. We have requirements that have to be met along the value chain. We have the waste access required. We need further sorting capacities for those feedstocks. We need supply contracts. In the middle, technical maturity, product yield, product quality, all that is what Fraunhofer can assist you with, all the chemical recycling technologies. And if it comes to petrochemical industry, they need to meet the offtake specifications. Offtake agreements have to be arranged, and upstream joint ventures is what we frequently more and more see out there in the market. All that is already complicated enough, but we have further requirements, and those are, so to say, external factors, and some of them I already mentioned when I talked about the current situation in the market. Regulatory framework was something, for example, with mass balance approach that was mentioned by ExxonMobil for reason to cancel the engagement in Europe. Energy costs, of course, if we see the cracker site in Berlin that is going to be shut down. Recyclate imports from abroad at low prices, primary raw material prices at a low level. All those things are hampering the progress in the market, and we really finally have to see what happens out there. To sum up, Europe's position in chemical recycling currently is at a slight lead position according to the data available, and my opinion is that we now should really join forces from politicians, from industry, from applied science to really keep the lead, to do not lose the connect to the United States, to China, and really to bring that business here to life in Europe. That's all from my side, Manfred. I hope I'm in time, because...
Yes, just 1 minute too long. So thank you. A very warm applause for Matthias.